Is now a good time to buy an RV? Is it a good time to buy an RV now? We weren't sure, but we're going to give you our pros and cons and what worked for us. See if it helps you. I thought we weren't ready to buy a camper. We had to purchase a vehicle, obviously had to buy the camper, figure out a place to store it. But 2020 hit and our travel plans changed, and obviously everything changed. So we figured this was going to be the safest way for us to travel.
Though not in our original timeline, we adapted to the changing times at hand because we wanted to have that freedom to travel. And having a travel trailer gives you that freedom to travel, lets you go anywhere. Now we chose this particular, the nuCamp Tab 400, for a reason, because it met our needs. But any RV would meet a lot of the needs, as you will see in our pros and cons.
There's a lot of great factors in having your own kitchen in your RV. Now, first of all, it cuts down on having to stop at convenience stores along your route when you're traveling, because all your food is here. You don't have to stop someplace to get something to eat. It also cuts down on having to visit restaurants, so that helps you financially, and it also helps if you're a little concerned about your exposure at a restaurant. Now, you still obviously have to go to a supermarket, but you would do that anyhow if you were home. And it gives you the peace of mind that you are using your utensils, your materials, and you're keeping things as clean as you want.
Another advantage of having your own travel trailer or RV is a bathroom. We wanted to make sure we had our own facilities, so we don't have to use roadside rest stops, we don't have to use gas station bathrooms, and we have a shower, sink, toilet, the whole setup right here, giving us that flexibility to go anywhere, stop anywhere, and we have all of our stuff right here to take care of our basic necessities, avoiding some of that exposure to those public places. One of the best things about having a travel trailer is the fact that you bring your bedroom with you, so you're not jumping in and out of hotel rooms. And the worst part of hotel rooms are
not knowing who slept there before and whether or not things have been cleaned up to your standards. And this lets you know that it's your bed, your pillow, and you've cleaned it the way you like it, and as often as you like it.
Technically, it's a my pillow, not a your pillow.
Okay, he's right.
It's a my pillow.
What, now we're advertising? No affiliation whatsoever. Unless you want to, Mike, As with all situations, there are positive sides and there are negative sides, and you got to weigh both sides.
Something to consider, because you have to look at both sides of the coin. Things that come into play right now is limited supply of RVs due to the shutdowns and all of the different aspects, whether it was materials, factories building, and or the components, they just weren't out there. So right now supply is down. You have less of a choice of what RV you might find out there on the lots for you to buy, and thus drives up the price. So a little less negotiating going on right now, just because there's just not a lot of numbers out there. So another thing to consider is a lot of folks believe that the COVID campers, as they're called, folks who ran out quick, bought an RV right now, in a few months from now or a year from now, may realize that it's not for them, and the market may be flooded with a huge amount of slightly used RVs. That may be true, and you may get a great deal, but I'll tell you what, you ain't getting a deal on this one, because we are definitely not getting rid of this thing. We absolutely love our Tab 400.
Another concern with buying a camper during COVID is camp availability. So we did have a situation where our reservations were canceled kind of last minute because the campground closed, or different states have different rules. So keep that in mind, that your options may be limited at times. So there are more people out camping. Therefore, you have to make, arrangements a little further out than you would like to. So a lot of campgrounds are operating at a reduced capacity, and also the fact that there's so many more people that are looking for campsites. That could be a little bit of an issue when you're looking for a site. We made reservations for summer 2021 in South Dakota during July of 2020. A lot of things can change from now to then, but that was the choice we had, and that was the choice we made because we really wanted to get into this campsite, or campground, I should say. What we have found during our travels in 2020 is that a lot of places have non-contact registration. So you can get an email, know exactly where to go, and you're contact free. Other places are limited, so only one person at a time and always masks. So we have found that every campground is abiding by the rules and taking precautions for your safety and theirs.
Sure.
And there were others where the people were outside and just gave you your tag and you went right to your site. So as far as that's concerned, a lot less contact with people.
And we're cool with keeping that going forward because it's, who wants to spend 20 minutes waiting around to find stuff out? Just stick my name on a poll, send me an email where I need to go, and let me just go, right into that spot. I think that's a plus in our experience. So looking forward to that.
I hope our video has helped you figure out if it is a good time for you and your family to buy an RV. There's a lot of things to consider, a lot of research to do, but we wish you the best of luck and keep watching those YouTube videos. You'll learn a lot.
Hit that thumbs up, smash that bell so you get a notification when our next video shows. And remember, when you're out there loving life,
do it hitched up.